So it's still the media, and we're still talking about media reviews. We spoke in detail about several reviews you should have regarding your business last week, but there was something that we left out, and I think it's important we talk about it today, and that is reviewing yourself. A lot of times you forget that we are also an important part of the process. And so it is important to also self-reflect and review on yourself. So let me tell you some ways you can review yourself and your performance for the first half of the year. The first is self-assessment and reflection. Who better to review you than you? Take a look at how you have performed and be honest with yourself. I mean, you shouldn't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody, but not yourself. Self-reflect, decide on the areas that you know you did poorly, write it down. Decide on the areas that you did well, write them down. I say write it down because you need to read them again after writing. And do this over a period. Don't do this in a day. Do this over a 1 week period, so that once these things come to mind, for me, I like to put it down on my phone. My personal page on WhatsApp is where I do all the writing. Once I review, once I remember an area where I've done well, I say did well, I write that area. If I remember an area where I did poorly, I write it there, did poorly, and I write the area. Once I'm doing a self-assessment. So, very important. That's one. The second is, it is important to get feedback from others because you cannot see everything. There are things you miss. There are behavioral patterns that you may not know you have that probably are detrimental to your business. So you must get feedback from others, and you want to have honest feedback, right? Now, who are others? Others in this case would include the people who interact with you on a daily basis regarding the area you want feedback in. So, of course, we're talking about business, so it will be your employees, your clientele, your business associates, right? Now, most employees are scared to give their bosses honest feedback. So the best way to do this would be to have them send this feedback anonymously without name, so that you don't also become emotional and become vindictive at the end of the day. You can do the same thing for your business associates and your clients, so that, I mean, when people give anonymous feedback, they tend to say more of the truth. That's one way to get very good feedback. And it's best when you have a lot of employees. So what you can do if you don't have many employees is throw the pool open, throw it to your friends, throw it to your relatives, throw it to, people you come in contact with daily, so that you receive a good number of this feedback. And take time out to read out what you have, what the feedback you received, pick the important notes from this feedback. And remember your writing, and then because you're going to go back again to them and you're going to read them out. The next one is peer reviews and mentorship. So if you have other associates, people probably who are in the same line of business with you, who you are close to, right, who are your peers, it's a good thing to also go to them and say, hey, how do you think I fed this business here? What do you think I'm doing wrong? Or what do you think I'm doing right? Yeah. And if they're honest, they'll give you good feedback, sometimes constructive. Now, if you receive feedback that is not constructive, even if it's vindictive, right, or accept it. By the time you've received feedback from all of these people, put them together, ensure you're writing down. Put them together and then discuss this with yourself one by one. Once you've discussed it with yourself, you reviewed it with self, then you can begin to probably review it with persons of interest. You will decide who best to review that with. My name is Dr. Kester Wani, and I just want you and your business prosper.